Hi everybody. Welcome to my WIP Parade for the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, because I'm not really sure when exactly I'm going to upload this or not. So I thought I better get started while I have peace and quiet. Hello, Melis. Ow, that was my back. My son's cat. There. I'm the only human being inside the house right now, so this is why I thought I better get started on this because it's going to take a while. I originally planned to do this as an update because I did a WIP Parade back in July, but I have almost no pictures from then or anything from previous because my laptop died in October and I had to get a new one. So, this is going to be like starting fresh. It is what it is. My apologies. But before I was going to show you all of these WIPs I have, I took a picture of every single one of them and I backed them up onto a USB stick. So I do have a physical copy, not on the laptop in case something goes crazy. Do not play with the ornaments. I'm right here. So let's get to it and I'll show you a few things that I have been working on kind of recently, and then we'll just go through everything systematically, although you might not have this backdrop depending when else I film. So for now, we'll go with this. I've been doing WIP Go in 2025, and the last few leftover numbers were the ones for December. And I don't remember what the numbers were. I just know the projects. So the first one was from this magazine. It's Merry Mooseness. Excuse me. Do not play with that. Hang on, let me get him a little bit higher up so you can see him. So, this is a piece of white, I think it's Jubilee, I don't know. Just raided my stash, so he's just about done. I was finishing up his boots. There's a whole pile of backstitch, like white lacing and everything, and I have to do more backstitch around his scarf and his antlers and stuff, but he's almost there. He is going to be the M in British Columbia for my acrostic / sal where I live in 2026. I'll probably just get him finished off then. Isn't he cute? It'll be a big ornament, but that's okay. I don't mind big. Get away from there. Cat's going to be a problem, obviously. I was working on this Christmas time freebie from Fat Quarter Shop. I've got a mock-up that I took from the pattern. I had to just re-download a bunch of free stuff too. So I just either took a photo off my laptop or I took a screenshot if it looked kind of half decent and wasn't kind of weird. So I'll put it somewhere or overlay me talking or something. But that's where it is right now. Just a piece of whatever that I happen to have. I think this is antique white. I don't think it's actually white. The top is about here. Where my fingers are. This is ribbon. So it kind of goes up in like a curl. There's another mitten up here. But I at least got the lettering basically finished, except for the very bottom of the C. There's only a little bit left down there. Not bad so far. One of the last WIP Go calls was for my Nordic polar bears. That was a freebie from Owl Forest Stitchery, I think. Something like that. Just look it up. owlforeststitchery.uk or something. They're Russian though, but I think the website's in the UK. And whatever. Anyway, they got a lot of cute designs. And I'll put the picture up. Again, I had to download this one. I'll put the picture up somewhere. I'm doing the middle top bear at the moment. This is on Platinum Lugana, I think. So recently I finished up his sweater and started working on his face. Oops, sorry, bumping. And a little bit more of the motifs on the side. I think there's 2 more to go on either side. 4 motifs going up. Anyway, I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see them. There's some white spots down there because there's supposed to be French knots all in here. I think I'm probably just going to redo the stitching there with the blue, and then with the position of where the all French knots go, I'll use little white beads, but not right now. That's down the road. So he's cute. There's not very many colors in this pattern. So once you have a color out, it's kind of easy to knock off a bunch of stitches. There we go. Isn't it cute? Okay. Now there's a couple here from, where's my book? This book. I use this book a lot. You've seen it before. You will see it again. Now that these actually look like something, I'll show you. Whoopsie. Okay, that is obviously going to be Santa. He's holding a heart kind of down here. There'll be backstitch involved later on, but you know, he started enough that he looks like Santa now. This is just a piece of pale blue Aida that I had from, I don't know when. I'm pretty sure it's 14 count. Here, I'll come in as close as possible. He doesn't really have personality yet until I do his eyes and stuff, but so far he's kind of cute. And the other one from that I did recently was, it's going to be a wreath, which you can kind of see now. It's the top part. There's a bird. Some blue even weave, I don't know what it is. There. Again, backstitch would be more obvious for the bow and outside the bird and everything. And the other one I was doing was from, hang on, where's my book? It's from this book. There's a lot of different stuff in it, and some of it is small motifs. There's like a whole, like a winter section with a winter angel and stuff, so I found it. I don't know if I can see the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think if I can show you because it's just the chart. Oh, here. I'll back the page up a bit. See the bunch of small motifs? So I'm doing the polar bear. And he actually kind of looks like a polar bear now. I found a piece of gray whatnot. Probably Lugana. That's what I use most of. So let me just scoot you up here a little bit here. And there he is so far. Now he's got a face, he looks more like something. There's another tree coming up here. So I'm almost done. I got to do his hindquarters and a bit more of the snow effect down along the bottom. And then the back stitch. But he's coming along cute. I think that's 3750 that I'm backstitching with. I can't remember. It's a really, really dark kind of slaty blue. Not sure. So this is everything that I've kind of worked on recently, but I haven't taken Yippee-ki-yay out of the closet yet. So 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, still in the Q-snap. I bought this pattern from Etsy, from Stitchman Darcy, and I bought the fabric off of him too. He hand-dyed it himself, and it looks perfect for the stitching. The red really pops in particular. So this is how far I got on it. I made my way over to the Y. There's a tree about here too. So over here is kind of the edge of the chart. I just wanted to work on the parameters. This border goes all the way across the top. I started the bottom border down there. That's the F that isn't totally done. If I already did not put up the mock-up photo of it over top of me talking, I will do so now so you can see what it is supposed to look like. But I've showed it around a bunch of times. If this is your first time seeing it, okay. But a lot of people that have been around my channel know what it's all about so far. And you can always go to Darcy's Etsy page and find it. Hi, Melise. She's purring away. It's after Christmas now, the weekend following, the 27th today. I did not mention in the previous clips at the beginning about this being the live premiere because at the time I didn't know it was going to be. I had to switch an appointment. I couldn't get a hold of the ophthalmologist, but that's all done now, so we're good. Let me just scoot this down a wee bit. Okay, Winter Queen by Mirabilia. This is my oldest work in progress. 2002. Those of you who've been around my channel for a while know that mine is not blue. I'm going to back up a little bit so hopefully you can see the whole thing. I'll come a little closer. You will notice that mine does not have any whisper on it. That all discolored and I frogged it out. So the area where it was, like alongside of her cloak here, I'm working on it, is being redone with one strand of B5200 and one strand of Chronic White number 4 braid. I think the color is 000 or maybe 001, I'm not sure. So I'm just working along, filling it in. See, there's blanket areas there. There's a pile of beads going here too. But I want to do the stitching first. Carrying on momentarily. I'm working on this Celtic Spirit from this book. This is an update to the traditional Irish blessing sampler. Somewhere at my dad's house, my mom and dad's house, is the original version that my great-grandmother stitched about 100 years ago. If he's got it hanging up somewhere, I'll try and take a picture of it and put it up on my community page for you all. So that's what it's going to look like. And let me just arrange it here so you can see it relatively good. There. This is 32 count. I think it's antique white. A piece of stash I had that was big enough. I just put extra fabric on the edge to put it in the Q-snap. Or the hoop, depending what I want to do. This area here is border, so there's like the corner of the border and that kind of climbs around up here more. Hopefully you can see that good enough. The lettering is in 312. I'm using 2 strands. The chart wasn't clear. I think it was supposed to be 1, but I wanted to be able to see it good. And the other one I got from a book that I'm doing right now, hold on one second, is from this book here. And the book has like one big chart per month and then a bunch of little motifs like this. So I'm doing the December one, the big one I mean. Oops. Which is this. And let's get it on here. This is antique white as well. I had a big whack of it left from something, I don't know what. So there we are. There's the whole round bit up here, the background where that flying elf is all half stitch, tent stitch. I find it difficult. My brain wants to finish the cross. There's some discussion about starting your X the other way, because then your brain isn't thinking you have to finish it. So too late now, though I got them all going this way. I just do a little bit at a time. It is not too bad once you sort of get on a roll a bit, because then I can go across and then back and then across and then back. I have to really think hard about it. And sometimes I find myself finishing the cross and then I got to pick it out. Yeah. Anyway, there's where we are so far. For the next two, I'm going to give you a mock-up because they're in Pattern Keeper. So you'll see what it looks like. And then, let me see here. Is that going to be visible? Yeah, that's better. I have it hanging up in the closet to be clean and out of the way. This is called Spooky Season. And I'm almost halfway down that first panel. Slow Stitch Yogi is doing this chart too. I can't remember where it's from. Some Etsy shop, I think. So I'm going to try and finish up to about halfway. And then I'll do a little bit more of this one. And then I'll keep going and kind of go back and forth and work my way across a bit. There's a ghost down here. The other one's Halloween related too. This was a chart I bought on sale. I forget how much. It wasn't expensive though. This one is a freebie from the Fat Quarter Shop. If you go on their website, there's a whole page of free charts. If I remember, I'll link it in the description box. But you can look at some of my other floss tubes and stuff, and I've linked it there as well. I think it's called Haunted Halloween, technically. But you'll see the mock-up as I put it over top of me talking, or just before this or something, however I edit it. I tend to call it Happy Halloween because that's what it's saying. But that's not really what it's called, whatever. So I've got partway done Happy. It's a pretty easy one to stitch up. This is Stormy Gray Jobelin. 28 count, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was appropriately Halloween-y. More to come. Sometime? Not sure when I have time to film. Okay, looks like we're good. All right. One more from this book. This is the Carol Singers that I'm going to make an ornament from. This is going to be the first one of my Where I Live acrostic for the C for Chilliwack. And that's what it looks like right now. I will take a picture of it as is because more will be done. And then when I do my January floss tube, then you'll see if or what exactly what I have accomplished. Out of this book, I am stitching Birthstone Angels. Got a piece of paper with notes on it. Let me get rid of that. January is going to look like that. March will look something like that. July will look like that. I'm not sure what that note was about. I'm going to get rid of it. I think I've done it. I am going to be stitching more on the January and July angels because they're on the same page. And I'll do some of the January one because January. So, what it looks like now, and again, I will take a picture before I stitch on it. Like so. Excuse me. Her bodice is basically all done. So I've got more hair coming down here and the rest of the wing. And then all the backstitch for the writing and stuff down here. I'll bring it in closer so you can see it better. This is just a piece of white Ada. She's going to be holding a charm thingy right here. Last thing I'll do. I have finished with all the beads and the Kreinik on her. There's July. We'll get to her eventually. March doesn't look that much. This one is going to be part of my Where I Live acrostic. I think. Hang on, make sure I got it the right way around. One sec. Yes, that looks right. Okay. The other two angels were on a piece of white Ada that I had. This one is I think it's off-white Lugana. You can just sort of see her hand there, and that's the beginning of her neck and stuff. That's a tiny bit of hair. She has a ways to go yet. I mentioned when I showed you Santa and Mrs. Claus that this book had the one big design and some smaller motifs. And the smaller motifs only have the chart. They don't show what it's supposed to look like. But I am doing these little houses and the kite. This is all from the March section. I'm not going to go too close just because they're charts. But you get the idea. Both of these will be in my acrostic. I believe the kite is the K in Chilliwack. So at the moment, let me get it the right way around. Yes, it looks like that. This is a piece of very pale blue Ada I had in my stash. I think it might be ice blue, but I'm not exactly sure of the color. And I'm fairly sure it's 14 count. Go as close as possible. I'll try to get the top part done and get his other eyeball in there, then he'll look better. And the little houses, I think they're in the acrostic as well. Hang on, threads. There we are. I think this is oatmeal, maybe. Another piece of random Ada I had in my stash. Thought it would work. The middle house is close to being finished. I have to do the trees and the fence. The other house is blue and it's over here. Go a bit closer for you. I am doing one project from this book at the moment. Oh, sorry, there's the girl. That's better. I'm probably going to make it a magnet for my friend. It's about friendship. That's what it looks like. Excuse me. There'll be some beads around it eventually too. I gotta finish the lettering first. From this same magazine that I showed you Merry Mooseness from, I'm doing 2 more ornaments out of it. Whoops, upside down. There. That is 3 wise men on a dark gray Jobelin. This might be more stormy gray. I had a hunk of it. The wise men themselves are very close to being finished. Most of what I have to do left is the border. And a ton of backstitch. The other one, I'm not sure what color this is. It's a piece of, maybe it's mushroom. It's a piece of 25 count Lugana. Yeah, it's mushroom, I think. And this is Making Spirits Bright. It's rustic. You know, spindly looking tree. Yeah. But I thought it was kind of cute, and that's why I wanted to do it. So yes, I'm doing it over 1. With 2 strands. And it's working out just fine. Would I start it like this again? Probably not. But I think it looks okay. Let's have another closer look here and see what you guys think about it. I think it's turning out just fine. In this magazine, I also have fabric mark to start another one. Is 1 more ornament I'm doing. It's a cute little snowman. And he's done diagonally. This is a piece of cream Maida I had. So when I make the ornament, there's the top. He's going to have some beads and stuff here in his wreath eventually. And a bit of backstitch. He's a cute little thing. I used to have the pattern photos for these next 2, but they were on my old laptop that died. So I only have the chart. I'm not going to go too close. This is called Favorite Brew. It's an Erlenmeyer flask. Steam coming out. Spell books. Oopsie. And it looks like this. I think it's the same piece of cream Maida that the snowman's on. I've got the flask done, the first book, some of the steam. There's going to be Krynic out here for more kind of sparkly looking steam. Oh, that's where it's at right now. I changed up the green on here because I thought it looked too close to the yellow. It didn't look right, so I'm using a different green. Light in here is not great. The color's washing out there. You can see it's cream better. The sun is coming in, but it's in the morning and there's kind of weird angles of sunlight, so I'm doing the best I can. There. Come back a bit for you. Okay. And the same thing with the other one. Just a second. It's this red truck. This was free. I found it online somewhere. Country Living. I just searched up red truck free cross stitch and it popped up. I'm sure you could do the same thing. And let me grab it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm reaching for my stuff over here because I have it out of the way. Not much so far, but there it is. I'm going to try to turn it into a sign later on. Kind of an idea in the back of my mind once it's stitched. This is another free pattern. See the particulars. And mine is, just a sec. I think I might make a sign out of this one too. For kind of today. So, some of the V, some of the maple leaf. There are 2 different reds used. And the white is not supposed to be stitched. It's just supposed to be left blank. The last 2 projects I have to show you are Teresa Wentzler rocking horses. I started these like, I don't know, 15 years ago. I'm not sure. And I don't have anything but the chart. They are close to being finished, and you can obviously see that it's a rocking horse. This one is Trotter. That's the same 32 count pewter Lugana that Winter Queen is on. Go as close as possible so you can see it. This one is Chestnut. Pretty much just backstitch. Oh, hey, sweetie. Hello. This is also a piece of Lugana. Not sure. Cream, maybe? Thank you.